Jared and Lindsay here in Frankenmuth. Lindsay zipped her hair up in her coat. But we are back in Frankenmuth. We were here a month and a half ago looking at the Christmas stuff, and I said we might come back during Snowfest. And it is time for Snowfest, kind of. It's kind of time for Snowfest. It's more like a Snowfest preview. The actual Snowfest event takes place this Friday. Today is Wednesday. But we're going to walk around and kind of show where everything's supposed to be, I guess. Maybe somebody's done something on some ice sculptures or snow sculptures, but it didn't look like it when we came in, did it? It looked like they just had blocks of snow delivered.
Giant ice blocks.
Right. So here's the catch. Yesterday, it was like -12, which you would expect for this time of year. Today, it's 40 and raining, but this weekend it is going to be
not too bad out here.
Between 10 and 15 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you are planning on coming out for Snowfest, then rest assured it'll be ice cold. Today, not so much. As you can see, some people are out actually working on the snow sculptures. This is really near Zehnder's. You can see Zehnder's there. So it looks like they're gonna have a lot of stuff in the Zehnder's parking lot. They're blasting music too. That's not usually here. Must be from one of these little warming tent things. Lindsay's got her little owl hat on now. She was complaining about being cold, but look, we found a little fireplace outside in front of the Bavarian Inn.
Wouldn't be bad without the wind.
Yeah, I don't know why people think because there's a fireplace there they should shove their cigarette butts through the grating, but, you know, I don't know, they must know something I don't. Well, now we're over in the Bavarian Inn parking lot, and as you can see, these are what the blocks of snow look like before people start carving into them. Now on the website it did say people would be carving all day long Wednesday and all day long Thursday, and then everything would be ready for viewing on Friday, but I've only seen a couple people actually working their snow chunks today. Hopefully the snow will look a little bit cleaner when they start chunking it away, and they're not going to have just dirty snow sculptures. Lindsay says they look like they just grabbed a bunch of parking lot snow and clumped it together. Tell you what, it does still feel cold to me with this wind. It felt warm when I first got out of the car, but I'm cold. So we found the snow, or a couple places where they're doing snow sculptures, but they also do ice sculptures here. I don't know where those take place. Don't worry. We'll find those blocks of ice, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna go across the street, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. And find the other stuff, too. Like, there's supposed to be, like, a beer tent, and I don't think it's running right now.
No,
and a little
tents are closed.
Yeah, all the little tents we've seen so far are, like, no admittance. They're like, nah, you stay out there. We're gonna be in here in the warm. There's also supposed to be a carnival, I think. So let's go see if we can find all that. The many faces of Zehnder Snowfest. But you're not going to see any of those faces today. Because so far, nothing going on from what we've seen. Well, this one looks like it's coming along pretty nicely. What else we got going on over here? I'm interested in this giant tent back here. So this back here behind the Zehnder's parking lot is going to be what they're calling the warming tent. Come back here, warm up, and I believe they're going to have one, maybe two Michigan-based craft brewing companies in there, and you can get some of their beer. And if it's the same companies, which I think it is, that were at the food truck festival this year, they've got really good beer, so you will not be disappointed. Take a look at some of the other works in progress here. There's not a whole lot going on today, but look what we found. We got a little mini carnival set up. If you like riding rides in the coldest time of the year. Well, we found a small section where they're doing ice carving. And then there's some people back there carving away. But I know, just based on years past, they have a lot more ice sculptures than that. But I have not found where they're going to have them yet. But it looks like they're also going to have a children's play area where you can take your kids and they can kind of hang out and play. Let's go over there and take a look at that real quick. And here it is, the children's play area. See, this is really called the Imagination Tent because there's nothing in here, so your children will really have to either build upon their imagination or they better have a really good imagination to play in this play area. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm sure they're going to put stuff in here as it gets closer to when the event goes live. And as you can see, the children's play area is sponsored by Newman Pools and Open Air, because it is very much just an open air tent at the moment. I think your kids will have a much better time here at the toy store that's right next to the open air children's play area imagination tent. But you know what? It's up to the parents' discretion where they want to take them. This little dude here can't wait to participate in the Snowfest. I don't think it's that kind of Snowfest, dude. We're not celebrating snowmen. We're butchering snow. Because if you think about it, Lindsay, it is kind of like a snowman's horror story, right? Because they were taking chainsaws and reciprocating saws and all kinds of stuff to those blocks of snow. All right, well, we've walked all around the downtown area, and the only place I can think of that they might put some ice blocks is right here in front of this mill, because I do believe they've had ice sculptures in here in the past. But I didn't see any other than that one small little tent, and I highly doubt that's all they're gonna have for ice. It is gonna get warmer this weekend. Otherwise, this would be more like Frankenmuth Slush Fest. Which, oddly enough, I do believe in years past, even in like the middle of February, this has been held on extreme warm-up weekends where it's gotten to be like 40, 50 degrees. Well, I found one ice sculpture that looks like it's done. Just married. Oh, it's rings. Okay. Or that one's a ring. This is just looks like a couple hearts. But over here, and I'm over here by the river place, and this is the last thing that I'm going to show for my little preview. All of this snow is lined up for a high school snow carving competition, it said. I'm not sure what day. That's going to be sometime this weekend. So unfortunately, there wasn't a whole lot going on yet, but the event officially starts Friday, and this is Wednesday. I kind of wanted to just come out, take a brief look around, kind of get a basic idea of what was going to be here to show people if they were interested in coming out, which you should. It's going to be really, really cold. I think 10 degrees is the highest I saw for one of the days this weekend. But you know what? You're going to see a lot of cool snow carvings. It's a competition. Some ice carving. There was that cool children's play area. There's a heat tent. And in the past I did fireworks, but I'm not going to guarantee that's going to happen this time. I don't know for sure. But I may come back out this weekend and film some of this stuff done. It's just a slight chance though, because I know how I feel about cold weather, and it's not a positive feeling that I have for it. So I don't know that I will be brave enough to come back for Snowfest. But hopefully you do. So thanks for watching.